Prayanam Brahman Sa Shantim Madi Gacchati. Would any devotee want to chant the verse, please?
प्रयाणामेक भावानां यो न पश्यति वेमिदां सर्वभूतात्मनां ब्रह्मान् स शान्तिमधिगच्छति.
Thank you, Mataji. Synonyms, translation, and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Trayanam of the three. Eka Bhavanam, having one nature. Here, who? Na Pashyati, do not see, does not see. Why? Certainly. Bidam, separateness. Sarvabhuta Atmanam, of the supersoul of all living entities. Brahman, O Daksha. Sa, he. Shantam, peace. Adhigacchati, realizes. Translation. The Lord continued. One who does not consider Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, or the living entities in general to be separate from the Supreme, and who knows Brahman, actually realizes peace. Others do not. Purport. Two words are very significant in this verse. Trayanam indicates three, namely Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu. Bhidam means different. There are three, and therefore they are separate, but at the same time, they are one. This is the philosophy of simultaneous one and difference, which is called Achintya Bhed Abheda Tattva. The example given in the Brahma Samhita is that milk and yogurt are simultaneously one and different. Both are milk, but the yogurt has become changed. In order to achieve real peace, one should see everything and every living entity, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, as non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one is independent. Every one of us is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This accounts for unity in diversity. There are diverse manifestations, but at the same time, they are one in Vishnu. Everything is an expansion of Vishnu's energy. Hare Krishna. We will chant the Mangalacharan prayer. If you know it, you could unmute and please chant alongside with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirate Nashtaprayeshva Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavti Naishtuki. Om Agnyantimirantasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishnabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Buddhane Namo Hare Krishna. So, what this core teaching of this verse is, you could call it unity in diversity. One who does not consider Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, or the living entities in general to be separate from the Supreme, and who knows Brahman, actually realizes peace. Others do not. So Mahaprabhu had propounded this philosophy of Achintya Bhed Abhed Atattva. There used to be a lot of debate and differences. Some used to say, no, no, everything is one with the Supreme, that is Krishna. Others would say, no, there is no oneness, we are different. So there were different aspects and different arguments, different logics to support each person's theory was there. But Mahaprabhu came himself, Krishna himself came as Mahaprabhu and explained what the fact and the truth is. He said it is simultaneously, everything is the Jivatma is simultaneously one yet different than Krishna. How is that possible? And there are many examples, like here Prabhupada is giving the example of yogurt, dahi. Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma, in his prayer talks about it, that milk transformed gets into yogurt. So yogurt comes from milk. They're one, but they're not same exactly, correct? Milk can turn into yogurt, but yogurt cannot go back to milk. So milk is considered Vishnu, Krishna, and yogurt is considered Shiva. So similarly, Brahma, of course, Shiva, all other living beings, no matter what is their capacity or capabilities, no matter how powerful they all act, they're all subordinate to Vishnu under his direction. So, what we can learn from this, dear devotees, is that if we see everything and everyone as connected to Krishna, we stop fighting over all these petty differences. And when there is no fight, obviously there is peace. Correct? So, this is a very, very important verse, and the learning from us. Everything, everyone is connected to Krishna. My Gurudev Radhanath Swami says, if you hate someone, and of course, all of us have our likes, dislikes, whatever be that case. If you hate someone, there is some aspect of Krishna that you're hating, because that person is also a part and parcel of Krishna. So if you hate, it's something like, oh, everything about Krishna's darshan, when you go to the temple, is nice, but I hate the color of that turban. Oh, I hate the bangles and the jewelries which you're wearing. How is it possible? If you hate someone, how is it possible that you'd be able to love someone? And what is it that sadhakas are trying to do? The 9 stages of perfection, sadhu sangha all the way to prema. How can we ever get to that stage of prema, no matter what our practices is? If we have this, we look at people with hatred or even indifference. So this is what it is teaching us, unity in diversity. And actually, if you see, and all of us have experienced it, why we experience it is because we are not on the pure stage yet. We are what we call the Mishra Bhakti. We are in the mixed stage. There is devotion is there. Of course, devotion is there. Seriousness is there. Practices are there. So many things that we are attempting to do. We're trying to become devotees. But at the same time, we have all this conditioning from millions and millions of lifetime, which is contrary to whatever are these principles of devotion or practices of devotion. So it is kind of a um, mixed situation. So in our daily lives, we see, correct? that there are so many conflicts. There are conflicts within ourselves. There is conflicts outside, conflicts within our immediate circle, within family, conflicts at work, conflicts even in devotee sangha, even in a devotee sangha where all of us are attempting, we are all on the same path, still there are conflicts. Why do these conflicts arise? These conflicts arise because we see separation. We see separation. We think everyone is different. I'm Muslim, I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm this, I'm that, I'm senior devotee or junior, whatever be that case. So, this kind of a mentality, Prabhu Saad says, is Bhed Buddhi. Bhed. So that is the vision of division. We are very divisive in nature. Either we are vocal about it or at least internal. That is what is there. So, like little children fighting. Oh, I'm better than you are better. Or my father is better than your father. But the father is the same. If two brothers are fighting, my father is better than your father. What does it mean? Both are ignorant. Both are ignorant. So this is where all the problems arise. When we do not put Krishna in the center, everything is connected to him. We may feel that only we are connected to him. Oh, Sanatan Dharma, what Mahaprabhu has given, that is the only way. Okay, all other things are nonsense over there. So when there is this kind of divisiveness, there is no peace. Hare Krishna, like five fingers of the hand. If all the fingers start fighting, I'm more important. The thumb says I'm more important. The pinky says I'm more important. What happens? The body suffers. However, when it cooperates, all of them get together, they break a piece of roti, put it on the sabzi and pick it and put it in the mouth. Cooperation. That's what comes inside. So similarly, all of us, all our sadhanas are like fingers, dear devotees. Each one sadhana is important to Krishna. No matter how long you've been doing it, no matter how perfectly or imperfectly you've been doing it, it is important to Guru and Krishna. All five. Now we have so many, like in our temple, we have such a large congregation. So beautifully, it's growing. Good news, parking lot gets full. If you come late, you have to go and park outside. That is great. That is good news. It shows that the congregation is growing. Each one of us has come to Krishna. We are his children. Each one of us come to Krishna. And we sit over there. Oh, this is not being done properly. That is not being done properly. We are finding all these faults. We are finding all the faults with people. Correct? It's like each of these fingers wants to do its own thing separately. No, no. The thumb is thinking, whatever I do is the right way to do it. But the purpose of the thumb, what it is doing, is different than the purpose of the pinky. The pinky is generally considered to be insignificant, dear devotees. But actually, do you know if the pinky is not there, we cannot grip. Even a simple thing like taking a glass, it becomes so difficult. If you hold a glass of water to drink, this pinky is the one where the bottom rests of water. Pinky is the support of what it gives. It's considered to be the weakest. So similarly, this is how we should be looking, not just in our Sangha, but if you expand it even outside that yes, everyone is connected to Krishna and is worthy of my affection, of my respect. Hare Krishna. So we should understand this, dear devotees, that we are connected and Krishna is within each one of us. It's not that there is any separation, so to say. Krishna is there in each one of us. When I went to study South India, I noticed this custom where uh, if someone's leg accidentally touches you, if they accidentally, the leg, bottom portion, immediately they would touch the person and they would touch it to their soul in an act of gesture of forgiveness. And it was almost automatic, they would do. So uh, I asked, what is this thing, that then I asked, there were these, what they call bhai, the goons, the ruffians. There were also some guys who used to hang around on the corner, and they also used to do. So I asked him, his name was Udayanna. Anna means elder brother. So I said, Udayanna, you're doing this, correct? Why? So he said, he also has God in him, and my leg touched his body. The body is like a temple. So I'm asking for forgiveness. So I asked him, then when you get into fights with other people, you kick them. What happens then? So then he started laughing. He said, no, no, that is different. But in every day, whatever there is transaction we have, we should be doing this. So the verse, Sarva Bhutatmanam, super soul is in every living being. In the morning, we get up and we decorate our whole body with tilak, correct? That is acknowledging the presence of the super soul in us. We can do it externally, but more importantly, internally. The super soul is witnessing every thought that we have, every misgiving that we have against others. The super soul is witnessing. We think we are the only one who is going over there. So, similarly, dear devotees, if we insult or harm somebody, we are insulting Krishna. Hare Krishna. And if we recognize, that they're part and parcel of Krishna, we develop this respect, compassion, humility. That is just how you can say, a side effect of having this kind of a mentality or consciousness. We may be having a neighbor, who's from a different culture. Um, they may be even cooking meat in summer. They come out and do barbecue, and then we don't eat meat, and all that uh, smell of all that burning flesh, it comes in your nostril, and you get totally. It's quite um, uh, revolting, but you don't condemn. Chi, meat eater, mlecha. How many lifetimes he'll have to suffer. Hare Krishna. So, what we can learn from this, dear devotees, the practical, what we can do day to day lives, there is instructions we get, we can understand. But the most important is Vigyan. We have to put it into practice. So, what can we understand is respect. What does respect mean? We hear this word so much. The verse also we hear so much. Rinadapi Sunichena. Everyone knows it by heart, correct? Respect, respect. So these are the terms which we use, I would say, casually. It comes, yeah, we should respect everyone. Don't expect respect in return. Respect. What does respect mean? What it means to respect? Now, they may be having some understanding, but that's why, when we understand from what the Shastras tell us, when we understand from what the Guru teaches us, the Parampara, the Acharyas, then we actually know what respect means. So, respect is care and feeling for other person's rights and well being. That is respect. Now, you could be respecting someone up close and personal, or it could be respecting from a distance. So, there could be some persons, because of their conditioning, they are in a different state of consciousness and mind. So it doesn't mean you're going and associating. And oh, I respect. So you respect from a distance. How is your respect from a distance being done? Don't badmouth. Don't criticize. It's not your position. I heard a very nice thing in one of Radhesham Prabhu from Pune, MVCC temple president. They have now they do a lot of these shorts. Incidentally, side note, if you have a social media like Facebook, there's a lot of junk in Facebook, which is there. And it just sucks you in if you go in there. What you should start doing is start following and make friends with devotees. So when you start following, all the gurus have their web pages and start following them. And then over a period of time, you see that your feed is full of all devotional. It's full of all devotional material. So, of course, you should work, don't look at Facebook during work or anything else. But even if you go on Facebook, then your feed gets populated. And keep liking when you see. Like now, recently, Jayapataka Maharaj has gone to Malaysia. And there was a so nice video of him arriving. and how the devotees so gently they carry him from the car and put him in his chair, and then they have all that trumpet and the drums and everything. So much of love you can see, and hundreds and thousands of people so orderly. No one is pushing, I want to see Guru Maharaj. So much of cooperation. So like this, you get to see so many things, and that is purifying. Okay, that was a side note. So when we are talking, if at all that impulse comes when we are in our day to life, that impulse comes before acting harshly, take a moment, step back. How would I treat this person if I remembered Krishna as in them? Whether physically the person is in front of me and I want to retaliate, he said something or he behaved in such a manner. Pause, act, don't react. Pause. That Krishna is there in front of him. So that's what how we should practice. It won't happen, but by practicing, gradually it happens. Cooperate. Whenever in service there is, cooperate. You come to do some service, gee, the person before me, how dirty he left everything. The whole thing is a mess. These people don't listen. Management is not doing anything. This, that, and all. Are, it's okay. Radhesham Prabhu said in that little short which they have. He says, when you go to a hospital, what is there in hospital? Everyone is in a diseased condition. People are in a diseased condition. Patients, they are in patients. They are not all healthy athletes in that. They are not Maharathis. They are all weak patients. So similarly, this institution, we are spiritually weak. We are spiritually diseased, materially diseased. We've come here for a cure. How is it that you can say, oh, that person, he has tuberculosis, rascal. I only have heart attack. I'm better than him. That's not the attitude to have. So always cooperate. See unity and diversity. Different of opinions and approaches should not lead to enmity. We get stuck. It's my way or the highway. And we will argue till the cows come home. Just understand that variety. There's so much of variegatedness, not just in nature around us, but more so even in the spiritual world. Look how beautiful Krishna is. When you see Krishna, see all, just take the darshan of Krishna, just see all those dots on his face, how well it decorates. See how many colors are there. Look at what all is there on Krishna. So that brings out the beauty. So similarly, when we have differences of opinion or approach, it should not lead. Yes, you have something to say, voice it, but the manner. Understand in communications, 80% of what is being said is conveyed by the tone. How we are saying it is more important than what we are saying it. Hare Krishna. And then, of course, our every Hare Krishna's go-to is chanting of the Maha Mantra. When we are chanting, let us remember this. I'm part and parcel of Krishna. Engage me in your service. So if you're looking for peace and that state, when we start recognizing this, we understand, we realize, and the conflicts reduce within and even outside. It starts reducing. We start having a spiritual vision. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada has said, when we understand that we are all the children of God, there's no question of fighting. If we practice respect, cooperation, remembering Krishna, then it can help bring peace. It'll start from within and then we will radiate it outside. Hare Krishna. So let us respect the differences in the varieties that He has created. And let us bring everything together in serving Krishna and Krishna. This is the way to real peace. Otherwise, there will always be, each one's interest is going on. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We have 4-5 minutes. If anyone has a question, realization, comment, you could please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for wonderful class.
Hare.
About cooperation. Like I heard, maybe Krishna Namananda Prabhuji in his class, he told one time, cooperation, and then with cooperation, we understand everyone and we get compassion for everyone. And then we will have consciousness. And that how you mentioned like about body also, all the organs are cooperating. If one of the organs also if doesn't operate, then it's a problem in the body. Like that in our organization, anywhere in house, everywhere, if one person is also making mistake or doing something wrong, everybody is getting like suffered. So cooperation very important. And to another person, the base of our ISKCON is Namrata. They say more we become humble, more we become knowledgeable, we become humble like tree. They get fruit, they bear fruit, and then they become like they come down like that. We have to just understand that. And very nice, Prabhuji, very nicely explained all the points. Thank you so much.
Jai. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I like you said pause. Before you act, you pause always. So pause is a really way to understand other people. If you pause, then you don't react right away. That was a nice point you mentioned us.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. If no one has any other question or a comment, we can bring it to a close. Madhupati Prabhu, over to you.
Thank you, Amitabh. We don't have any questions, reflections. Sorry, Hari.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I mention one point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Prabhuji, you were mentioning about that if we touch our feet to someone, even like my grandma, if we touch our feet to anything like any pots, utensils, something, right? Jhadu, especially. She used to say, no, you have to do pradam to that. So that's respect, right? Even not only person, non-living things also when we were touching, and that is a this good thing from our childhood we learn that. So thank you for that point also, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare.
We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Gangam Ugra Veera Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatom Nrsimham Vishnu Bhadram Nityam Nityam Namyam. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Samar Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpatarubhayasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavinda ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Hari
Thank you,
Bol.
Amritananda Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.